Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to another Henrico's Environmental Action and Resource Team podcast. I'm Jeff Waddell, your host, and I'll tell you, it's been a little while since we've been on the podcast, but I'm excited to be here because we are talking about a program that HART was able to get into, and that was the Community Impact Grants program. And what that did is that allowed our organization to help fund some programs that were developed and implemented by local nonprofit groups. So anyway, we are here to talk about some of those projects. So right now I have three guests that are in the community that are getting things together. And one of the things that is kind of the criteria about these projects, and it has something to do with improving the local environment positively to either inform or educate or just get people out in the community. So right now I have Kim Phelan. Kim is with the Henrico Master Gardeners program. I have Alec Wiggins, who is with Beyond Boundaries. And I have Carter Humphreys. Carter is with the 4-H program that is out of the Henrico Extension Office. So welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's start out. Kim, what can you tell me? Tell me about what the Henrico Master Gardener program is, or gardener.
The Henrico Master Gardener Association, we roughly have about 100 members, and we work closely with the Henrico Cooperative Extension, and we provide services such as Smartscapes, and our Smartscapes program is a service whereby a local citizen in Henrico can reach out and say, I have this problem in my yard, pay $10, and have a group of master gardeners come out and help them assist with that problem.
Right.
That's one of several services the Master Gardener, our Henrico Master Gardener Association can provide. We also do a very large plant sale at Deep Run that everybody knows about and puts on their calendar in June every year, and it's becoming a big hit in the area. And those are just some of what we do in addition to a lot of education. That's really our thrust, is educating the community on invasives, natives, anything having to do with the plant world and yards and such.
Great. And Alec, tell me, Beyond Boundaries, this actually, when we offered this program, it's the first time I heard about your group. Tell me what you guys are all about.
Yeah, so Beyond Boundaries, we are a nonprofit here. We're based out of Richmond, but we serve surrounding counties all around Richmond. And we specialize in taking people with disabilities and from underserved communities on outdoor adventures. So all of our adventures are accessible and inclusive to all ability levels. We do everything from whitewater rafting, pontoon boating, hiking, biking, fishing, rock climbing, skiing, kind of anything under the sun is where we like to play. So yeah, we get to do some really good work here in the community.
Very cool. Carter, I've heard the name 4-H for a very long time, but I wonder if people really know what it's all about.
Gosh, it's changed a lot in the years we've been around. It started as that traditional livestock farming, but it's so much more now. We have a huge embryology program, which is hatching of the chicks in the classrooms. We do love some of that traditional aspects, but we also do STEM, healthy living. We got a master gardener here, so we do a lot of work, and they have a junior master gardener program that they help us with, and so it's a great connection. Leadership, we go to camp right down on the James River, see Jamestown Center, get to see the boats. So we get to do a lot. We love it.
Very cool. Well, part of the name HART is resource. And one of the things that we were considering was how can we really make a positive impact locally on what's happening. And so the whole idea of the Community Impact Grant is to help out. So Kim, can you start us off? Tell me about what the project was specifically that you guys were using these funds toward.
Well, the project started out as a passion project, if you will, of my own, which is a little bit self-centered, yes. But I had been walking past this baldy, weedy section of our neighborhood for years, and finally approached the president of our board and said, what's up with this area? It looks like the perfect place for a garden. We get sun there, for all the years that I walked past it. I was training for the Camino. I was solving all these world problems in my head. I was exercising, all of that. But as I was walking past it, I was thinking, okay, it's in the right location for this much sun. As a master gardener, I was keeping all those pieces in my head as well.
Right.
So I approached our board chair and said, what do you think about putting a garden there? And he said, well, I grew up on a farm, and that wasn't really what I had in mind, but that's okay. And that's where it started. And we put a group of master gardeners and constituents together in the neighborhood and moved the project forward with our board, got some seed money from the board, and got some money from Hart to underwrite the natives aspect of the program, because 85% of the garden is natives. And we are so thrilled that the footprint now, it was baldy and weedy, is now a beautiful full garden with a beautiful monarch bench in it, and the community can enjoy it.
Very nice. I like the pun you used about seed money.
That
was
Trust
cool.
me, it was put in there intentionally.
Yeah, I've been known to have a little bit of reputation of doing that kind of thing. But anyway, I don't know if they'll pop into my head this time or not. We'll see. Alec, tell me about your project.
Yeah, so thanks to Hart, we were able to do our first ever community day. So Beyond Boundaries traditionally operates on what we call a partnership model. So instead of taking individual registration, we work with groups in the area. We have about 45 nonprofit partners and community groups. We work with everyone from the Department of Blind and Vision Impaired to the Autism Society and everything in between. So Community Day was our first crack at open registration for anyone to show up and have free opportunities to explore and do cool things. So we did it at Deep Run Park, and we offered kayaking, fishing, biking, and a hike. And then everyone got a free cone of ice at the end of the day if they did all the activities.
Nice.
And as always with our organization, we made sure that everything was accessible and inclusive for all ability levels. So we had all of our adaptive gear out there, so that no matter what your ability level was, you were able to come out and participate independently in all of our programs. So we were really excited, and we got a great return out for year one. We were really happy with it.
Cool. Very good. Very good. Carter.
So we started a project called Eco Explorers, which is a year-long based 4-H project about environmental education. Kind of a twofold project. So we serve youth ages 5 to 18. This project was broken down into 2 age groups, 9 to 12, which we call our junior age, and then 13 to 18, which is our senior age. And they also are serving in a teen counselor role where they're providing mentorship to our younger junior youth. And then the junior youth are kind of more in that educational aspect. So we have a year-long plan of doing different activities. We've done a couple of those already. We went to Pocahontas State Park, did some exploration down there, learning about careers. We had a day camp for our juniors. The teen counselors completely planned it. We're getting ready to take a trip to Shenandoah National Park. Really excited about that.
Cool.
So we're going to have to talk off mic because my brain is spinning about some ideas.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and then the other kind of big piece of it is we're hoping for them to really kind of pick a topic that they're passionate about and teach others about it.
Right.
So we're looking, that's kind of our next step of what we're up to.
Cool. Well, Carter, I appreciate the fact that you're talking about collaborating here. And anytime we get together, it kind of starts putting the wheels going about what we can do and that kind of thing. What do you all think about the idea that the county was able to help you all jumpstart a project?
Oh, huge.
Yeah.
I think it was huge. It was helpful to us because not only was it, it aligned with our mission, because Henrico Master Gardeners, we work with a cooperative extension, but it also helped us to pull in our private community. And so what we've done, which has been really a neat thing, and it's a pilot project this year, is to have Henrico Master Gardeners alongside our Fox Hall community and learn about how to garden. And it's been kind of it's been a slow go, and we're learning how best to do that. But it is something that we're very intentional about.
Yeah.
And even Henrico Master Gardeners, we had a meeting about it this week about how we can continue to build that effort within the community and teach the community about these different aspects like natives and invasives
Right.
and things that are really critical to the well-being of our environment.
Right. Alec, do you feel, and I don't want to, I mean, there's a little bit of tooting our own horn here, but I don't want to make it seem like we're the best thing, like since sliced bread. One of the things that we were thinking about when we came up with this project was, do you feel that what impact did it have being able to get these funds on your program? Was it something that you all probably would have been able to do it anyway, but maybe it would have taken more time? Tell me a little bit about that. What did this do?
Yeah, I mean, it was extremely helpful to have y'all's support for sure.
Yeah.
We were able to jumpstart the process and not worry about having to fund our program.
Yep.
We were able to come out, in the green from the jump and be able to offer, again, a free cone of ice, which is a little thing, but to try to get people to come out and have something, a sweet treat at the end of it. So
Yeah.
we're really grateful. And I will take a second just sing the praises of Henrico County's parks in general.
Yeah.
Like I said, we go to parks. We don't meet people at our office. We meet people at the park where we do our run our programs. And Henrico County has great parks, from all over, from east to west. From Dory Park all the way to Crump Park. We use these parks all the time, and a lot of them are very accessible. We run our pontoon programs out of Osborne Landing.
Yep.
Henrico has really been intentional with the parks, and the rec and park staff, specifically Jeannie Murray, has been awesome with helping us plan new events and do new things. So I think we're really appreciative for what Henrico County has to offer, because it's not like that in all counties, it's in even all counties surrounding Richmond and in the city of Richmond. So it gives us a lot of opportunities to do our programs just on a day-to-day thing, because these resources are there, they're available, they're accessible. So we really appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah. I like to ask a variety of different questions, but it sounds like, why do you think it's important that you all have these programs for the community?
It's a loaded question.
Yeah.
Well, for us, I mean, we're all about empowering our youth. I mean, that's the core of our mission. It's learn by doing. It's not, they're just sitting in front of us. You're talking about going out in the community. I mean, that's the same thing. We want them to be out in that community. And it's more than just the knowledge, but it's also those life skills of being able to public speak and being able to have a conversation and being able to teach someone something that they know and something they're excited about. How do they communicate that? So for us, it's right now our I guess phrase is beyond ready. So how are we getting these kids beyond ready for their next step and wherever they're going?
Right.
So that's kind of been what we've really focused on with this.
Right. Alec, what about you? What's the passion here?
Yeah, so you guys have a few of our similar words. Our 3 guiding principles are access, community, empowerment. So for us, we use the outdoors as a conduit to personal growth. Our programs are fun. We always make them fun, safe, and try to teach something on our programs.
Yep.
But really, it's just an opportunity for people who didn't think that they would have the ability to do something to do it, and to gain whatever they can gain from that, whether it's a sense of community, some self-confidence, some personal growth. We have participants who are wheelchair users who are full adventurers. They see themselves in the light of, hey, I'm an adventurer. I do these activities. This is part of who I am. We also have people that want to play on the iPad all day, and it's really good to get them out in the sun, and they really enjoy, or they kind of enjoy being in the sun for a little bit. So we try to hit all sides and meet participants where they are and just give opportunities for personal growth.
Right. And Kim, I have heard a concept or a phrase. It's called grounding. And they talk about the idea is that it's good for people to get into nature, to get their hands dirty, to get their feet in the sand. How does that connect with what you all are doing with your programs?
I think that's critical because you can be in a classroom and you can educate and teach, but until you have the practical aspect of actually being on site and learning how to prune or how to, what a native is or what an invasive is or what good soil looks like, going through all of those different aspects. And those are things we hope to build on in our garden this upcoming year, is have little 30-minute kind of teach and learns, because that gives us an opportunity to really do the practical aspect of what we know. And, it's not all about in the classroom aspect.
Yeah.
It is about the grounding. So,
And it sounds also like what y'all are doing, the community is giving people opportunities, as you say, personal growth. It's giving people opportunities to try something, and it's like, okay, it's going to be all right. What do y'all think about that?
Well, we took some teen counselors down to Pocahontas State Park and kind of explore some of the things they had. But they got to do archery. We did dip net fishing, so that was tying in, some of that water quality piece for them. And some of them had never done it. We're like, I don't know if I want to touch these organisms that I'm finding right now.
Right.
But just that experience to do something different, something they may not have done before. And that was for the teen counselors. So they really practiced for Shenandoah of how you would take kids on a guided hike, thinking of that practice. Those kids are all different abilities, physical, maybe mental, all those things.
And I think nature gives that opportunity just because it's accessible, but we also have to be intentional about that. And I like the fact that you all are trying to get people out into the community. I think that's really cool. And so with the program, the Community Impact Grants, tell me about what the process was like. Was it easy? Was it challenging? Tell me about that, y'all. What was it like?
I'll start.
Yeah.
So I'm known in my 4-H world as the grant getter.
Yeah.
I even got like an award for it. I really like writing, and I like writing grants. So for me, I felt that it was fairly easy. I mean, it was a simplified, online process of answering some questions.
Right.
And it was a really great connection. I mean, that's why we all got it, of what we're already planning to do.
Yep.
So just to have that money to really make the program be the best that it can be was great.
Right. What did y'all think?
Yeah, I thought the application process was, like you said, really straightforward, which was great. And then the back end process, sometimes grants require a lot of different reporting and different things that can be cumbersome on a nonprofit organization,
Right.
which is understandable. When you're giving your money, you want to make sure that it goes to the right places. But I think Hart did a great job of giving us the freedom to, do what we said we were going to do with the money, to show where it went, but also to not be kind of on us and as stringent as some other things are, which is really helpful. And again, not as cumbersome as maybe some other things we've worked with in the past.
Right. And Kim, would you encourage other nonprofits? Because by the way, I've got an announcement in just a couple of minutes about the new the round two.
Round two.
But Kim, would you encourage nonprofits to seek out these funds?
Oh, absolutely. I think the process was very straightforward. I thought I don't want to say it was easy, because I think it maybe made us very intentional about what we, specifically, and I think perhaps you're a grant writer. It wasn't something that we were necessarily comfortable with, and we went through 4 different people and machinations of what that looked like.
Yep.
And I do agree with Alex about the whole accountability end of it too, that we appreciate the fact that it didn't require a whole lot of oversight, if you will.
Yeah.
So absolutely, I would tell people, by all means, it has helped us greatly, and I would say definitely apply for the grants.
Yeah, that's cool. I was involved with the group, the committee of selecting the recipients, and it was a lot of fun because it
great.
was really cool to see the variety of different ideas that people had. It felt good to be able to be involved with that part of the process, but we did take it very seriously because it's something that we didn't want to just say, here's this bag of money, go have fun with it.
Right.
Next thing you know, who knows, Bahamas, whatever.
Right.
No,
Right.
but we did have that element in there, which was it was fun to be involved with that. So before I get to the information about the upcoming, I want to give you all an opportunity to do a shout out. Carter, how do people who are listening and watching, how do they find out more about your program?
The best way is just to, search our website, Henrico, Virginia Cooperative Extension, 4-H, any of those things, keywords will pop up. We have a county and we're through Virginia Tech and Virginia State University, so it'll pop up that way as well.
Okay, great. Alec?
Thanks. You can go to beyondboundariesrba.org. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and just keep an eye on what we're doing. We are always looking for people to join us for volunteers. Takes 2 days to fill a background check and waiver, and then you'll see our full program schedule. We'd love to have you come hang out on a program.
Great. Kim?
And Henrico Master Gardeners is henricomg.org. And you're welcome to go there. We would welcome anybody that wants to come on as a Henrico Master Gardener to go through that application process. Actually, the deadline is tomorrow, but I don't want to speak for my folks, but they might, give it a few days after that if you're interested. And apply. It's 50 classroom hours and 50 practical hours.
Right.
So if you have any questions, you can reach out to me, Kim Phelan, and it's 804-399-6861.
Very good. All right. So here we go. Round two. So we are actually, the application period is open right now for the 2026 Community Impact Grants. And actually, you can go online just like before. You can go to the HEART website and find out that information. And the grants are actually increased a little bit this year, which is really cool.
That's nice.
And the deadline for the application is going to be November 26th.
Oh, great.
And then we're going to be looking through that information again, and hopefully we will be announcing the recipients on February 2nd of next year. And this will be money that will go into projects that are be coming up in the spring in that time frame. One thing real quick about that is that we are opening it up to any nonprofit organizations in the Henrico area. You all can apply again. The only caveat on that is that it has to be a different project. It can't be the same one that just kind of
Right.
is extending on. But anyway, we're excited about that. So one thing also to point out that this is a HEART podcast. So if you're interested more about what Henrico's Environmental Action Resource Team is all about, you can go to our website, which is henrico.gov/HEART. And as I always do for our websites, for people that are not able to see us but just hear us, we have Stuart the Turtle on the table. And Stuart is our mascot, and he reminds us to be good stewards of the environment. And also he has a phrase of saying reduce, reuse, recycle. So I really appreciate you all being on the podcast today. And thank you for planting some seeds in the community.
Thank
for
you.
having
You
us.
did it. Woo-hoo.